4K resolution and a definite no on it. But that's not going to stop me at all from buying a PS4. So back to the PS4, there will be no analog video output. That doesn't really matter to me particularly because I use an HDMI cable, so whatever. And another thing that I kind of like, and we've seen this in the user interface sort of trailer for PS4. Smartphones, tablets, and the PlayStation Vita, of course, they can act as second screens to your PS4 games to enhance the gameplay. Now, I haven't really seen this too much in action, but it says to me that you're going to be able to work with this with your games. Now, I don't know if they're just saying enhance gameplay as actually in the game, or if they're meaning this like they've shown in the user interface kind of demo thing, that you're going to be able to watch the videos, which we already know this to be true, to watch people's videos, to look at your social feed and see what your friends are doing, what they're buying, the trophies that they're getting and all that, and chatting with everybody. I don't know if that's what they mean by enhanced gameplay. That makes a lot of sense, and I love it. We already know that for a fact, and we're going to see it. But I don't know if there's something beyond that. I don't know if we're going to get like extra controller support like that or whatever. You use your smartphone or tablet as a controller, or what that's going to mean, or if we're going to be able to stream these games on these devices. We're already going to be able to stream these on the PS Vita. We know that. But as far as tablets and smartphones, I wonder if we're going to see any of that on there, and who knows. But that definitely excites me. So now I'm going to start talking about the Xbox One. Everybody knows the crap that's gone on with it. Like I've talked about already, the restrictions that were in place, they revoked almost all of those yesterday. But I want to talk about the specs and really talk about why I'm choosing the PS4 over the Xbox One, and it comes down to its better tech. That's all it comes down to with me, because I may not have a use for it right now, but I'm gonna buy the better equipment, because I don't know where we're gonna be at in 4 years. I don't know that. Nobody knows that. And, we can kind of guess or whatever, but we don't know technologically where we're gonna be at in 4 years. So I want to buy the better hardware so I can get as much use out of it as possible. Now, the Xbox One is going to have 8 gigs of GDDR3 RAM. Now, if you pass kindergarten and you know numbers, you could probably guess that 8 gigs of GDDR3 is not as good as 8 gigs of GDDR5. So this is going to allow a maximum bandwidth of 86.3 gigs a second. That's under half of the PS4's 176 gigs a second. So for that alone, it's okay. Hey, wow, okay, PS4 is double the RAM speed. So that right there, that's kind of a big deal to me. And the thing that works against Xbox One is that it's going to come with a 500 gigabyte non-replaceable hard drive. That bothers me as well, because the PS4 is going to come with a 500 gig replaceable hard drive. You can replace it. Buy another one, buy a bigger one. And that bothers me too, because it goes back to the longevity of it. 500 gigs is barely enough now. We're increasing in the tech. These games they look way better. They're gonna take up more space. We're not gonna be able to fit these on a 4 gigabyte disc anymore. If the Xbox One is moving to a Blu-ray disc, which PS3 already had, because these games are just simply too big, and then we're jumping to a whole different generation here, that jump doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. If you go back and look at Resistance, the first one, on PS3, it looks like crap by today's standards, but that then looked amazing. And we've made this huge jump in detail in these worlds, and they're going to take up more space. And for this to only have, for the Xbox One to only have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, one that cannot be replaced, that bothers me because, like I said, it's barely enough now. We need more space. And I don't know how much this is going to be affected because a lot of things are moving in the direction of cloud, services, cloud gaming, cloud movies, cloud, TV, whatever. All these services are going to be cloud-based now, and that might mean we don't need the storage. That will be for these companies to handle. I don't know how much of that, but I'm going to lean towards the system that allows me to upgrade that if I so desire. I don't want to be locked into a 500 gig hard drive. I don't know, it seems like a restriction where there doesn't need to be one, which is kind of the bad taste I get with Microsoft. They're getting a little bit cocky here. They did really well with the 360. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I don't know. I don't like that. And so that's pretty much why I'm going to be getting the PS4, because it's better hardware. It's going to perform faster. It's going to perform better. So yeah, we have a few minutes left here, and I kind of want to go back and talk about the PS4, about the social features that I've touched on a little bit. One thing that I do like that we've seen with the the interface preview that we got is that the share button. I love how this works. If you noticed in the video, from switching to one screen to the next, he's double tapping the share button, or no, not the share button, the PlayStation button twice to go between menus. So he can go from watching a video, double tapping this button, to going back into his game that picks up right where he left off. I think this is a very, very powerful thing, and for the fact that the system can do that speaks wonders about the system itself. Now, I don't know for sure if if Xbox One is going to have a similar functionality here. I couldn't tell you. I really haven't done much in the way of looking up the actual interface for the Xbox One. But I do like how this is coming along for the PlayStation, and I'm very thankful that they are just completely doing away with the XMB. We're going to have this wonderful looking interface. And one thing that had concerned me for a while, since I had heard about the PS4, is that I didn't know what they were going to do with trophies. I didn't know if they were going to have a new system and just leave trophies with the PS3, or you're going to have a PS3 profile with all your trophies and then a PS4 completely new profile. Because I'm a trophy kind of guy. I like getting achievements, trophies, gold sticky stars for doing something, and it forces me to, not only forces, but I enjoy it, but it forces me to experience portions of the game that I probably wouldn't experience otherwise, because I'm not a challenge gamer. I used to be. I think a lot of people used to be, because that's how gamers just used to be. And games used to be harder. But now, as we've developed into having the technology to have the amount of detail that we have in these worlds, it becomes a lot more about story, for me at least. And developers are catering to that. You can tell these wonderful stories through these games. So to me, I just like to set the difficulty on easy, or the easiest one, and experience the story. Get a good storyline out of it. But you have these trophies that are, beat this game on the hardest difficulty, or beat this level or whatever, or kill this many things on this hardest level, or survive this long on this level. And so after I beat the game, I go back and I do these things that I wouldn't do otherwise. And it helps out. Or you have these trophies where it's, collected all of these hidden things, and I'll go back through the levels and find these things. And so I get to experience portions that I would never experience anyway. So I love trophies for a lot of different reasons. A lot of people think that it kills a game. I think that's retarded, because how can that kill a game? You're adding something to a game. You're not taking anything away. You are adding another experience. If you don't like the trophies, then play the game, enjoy the gameplay, enjoy the story, and then move on. But these trophies give other types of gamers the ability to stay in the game a little bit longer. Have all these extra things. I don't think it destroys anything. I think it's wonderful, and I'm happy that that the PS4 is going to continue this on, as well as the Xbox One. They're going to continue your gamer score as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my 2 cents worth. So I'm just going to finish this up here, get out of this game, and I'm going to use this game as my game of choice if I want to do some kind of long commentary or talk about anything in particular for any length of time. So thank you guys very much for watching. Keep it tuned here. I've got some on-live reviews that I have that I've whipped up to kind of talk about how a particular game works specifically on the on-live platform. With cloud gaming being or becoming more and more of the thing, we have the new consoles that are going to be supporting this type of feature. It's important to know all the troubles that can come with a cloud-based gaming service or whatever. The input lag is your enemy, and I'm hoping that's something we're not going to have on the new consoles with the cloud gaming. But if you're interested in experiencing some cloud gaming before the consoles come out, look up OnLive, check it out. It's a free service to try. You can buy your games there. You don't have to download them. It doesn't run off your hardware. So give it a go, and you can look at my interviews and see which games are the best and have the least input lag. So again, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you will, or like the video, or dislike the video if you're an Xbox fanboy or whatever. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye-bye.